Hey there everybody, welcome to pixelhangover.com. Today, as you can see on the screen there with the error message, we are bringing you a beta. This is the brand new beta for Medal of Honor Warfighter. Just came out today on Xbox 360. The beta is exclusive to 360, so here we go. So number one, you get the quick look at the extremely messy UI. I gotta tell you, I don't know what they were thinking. The UI is horrible in this game. And you'll see it every time I spawn. So this is about my third or fourth game, and it's not the entirety, but it's most of the game to show you the good and bad part of this. But I got to tell you, I was a semi fan of the first game only because I did like some of the ideas, but the execution wasn't great. You could tell DICE kind of mailed it and didn't care. This time DICE not involved, outside the fact that it is running on Frostbite. Here we go. And so this is Danger Close's first attempt, and so I'm still learning things, still trying to figure things out. So we're gonna do a little commentary as I go through here and point out what I'm doing, what I like and what I don't like. So I play a lot of Battlefield, so there's my background on FPA, first-person shooters. Put 600 hours into Battlefield 3. Used to play a lot of I like everybody COD and Halo and stuff. So I do really enjoy shooters. So there's a few things to talk about right off the bat. This game mode, I don't know how smart it was to put a very strict objective type game mode in a beta, and it feels like a beta. Let's start there, I guess. It's pretty rough. There's nuggets of fun in there, but it's definitely, after a few games, and I've played a couple since this while I was waiting for things to render. The game's kind of a letdown so far. I'm gonna keep my pre-order. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna see. As you can see on the screen there, I was moving around because I'm not happy with my sensitivity. And you see me bump it up. It feels real slow to me when I first get into the game. I think it will for most PC or I'm sorry, any kind of shooter fans out there. So, anyways, the game feels very unpolished. It feels like a beta, and I guess it is a beta. So that was my very, that was like my second game. Got right in, was about to get another kill there, and there's a little ending sequence. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So by my count, we're looking at 20 people in the game. So what I did there is I went ahead and went back, and you'll see I get into another game here. I think I let it just rotate through so you can see a whole in between round. But look at the UI. It's very odd. Like right here, you'd think you'd be able to hit right on the right thumbstick or right trigger or anything to go to awards and scoreboard at the top. No, that's not the fact. You have to go down and highlight next, bottom right corner there. And I just figured that out right there. And you got some looks like in-game challenges that you can level up to get to. And it seems the customization of the weapon seems decent. But for me, in these kind of shooters, what's really advanced since Halo, probably pretty much Halo 3, and obviously Call of Duty, and even now Battlefield 3, is the UI is very slick, and it seems like enough time has been put into the UI on most modern shooters that this really stands out as really a bad example of what to do with the UI, but if you can look past it, I think there may be a nugget of fun under this, and I'm really hoping the beta, the fact that it is a beta. I mean, I remember the really rough Battlefield 3 beta, but another thing I'm not happy with is that I've played 5, 6 matches total now, and everyone's been on the same map, and maybe this is all it's in the beta, and I think it's a poor choice. I think having a night map, it does not show off your engine. It also is a little bit tougher to orientate yourself to figure out, a map. For me, it's always been, the night maps have always been, on every game, a little tougher to get used to. So as we move along, this is going to be, for the most part, a full game. I'm still trying to figure out things. The maps seem pretty compact for 20 people. A little disappointed in that. And it seems, I can't figure out the spawns in that... I also couldn't figure out grenades. Right there, you have to cook them. Do not just let go of them right away. That happens to me twice before I realized that it is my own grenade that's killing me, because it gives the credit to whoever was shooting in our direction, I believe. So, anyways, what I was saying is that I don't know if this map in particular is big enough to handle 20 people. And you'll see that at one point I get into the spawn. There's a knife. There's a melee attack right there for you, animation. But I get into their own spawn. I believe it's their spawn, and I pull off like 8 kills in a row. And I can only, consider them, spawn kills, because you can tell that, the players are just taking control of something. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about. The game's a little more complicated than it needs to be, and I think that people are going to... I have a feeling that it'll take... Because people have short attention spans, right? That's why Call of Duty and games like Halo work. Because you can get in, you kind of know what you need to do without knowing what to do, right? It's really, indicated what you should do. Here, there's a tiny little thing that says defend. Right there's another grenade. So at that point, I figure, okay, I bet you I have to cook this. Because I don't think I'm getting killed by grenades. I think I'm getting killed by my own grenades. So when you spawn, you have 2 options here. You can fall back, which is farther back in your base, or you can... And here's my sensitivity right here that I'm changing. Or you can spawn on a buddy, and you get to see what's happening with them, and it counts down. And here's a buddy spawn, or fall back. So I'm going to go ahead and pick buddy here because he looks safe, even though I'm going to kind of put my distance with people because he seems to be just running straight forward. So I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I haven't figured out the spawn system yet. And... I was still trying to, I think it was a little tough to... Ooh, there's right there. I'm not too super happy with the hip firing. It works really well in Battlefield 3, I feel. And although I got a kill there, and I get a kill here, I think, at distance. The weapons, like right there, you don't see much kick on these weapons. There's not a whole lot of recoil on it. And there is some recoil on a grenade to the face, or was it M20? Yeah. So... The weapons feel pretty good once I up the speed, and I think I've heard a lot of people complain about the sound, but I don't think they sound all that bad. I had my stereo cranked when I was playing this, and I don't know if you can hear it over my voice, but they don't sound horrible. Do they sound as good as Battlefield? No. I mean, not many shooters out there can match what DICE does audio-wise. So you'd think that we'd be a little closer with them using Frostbite. Another thing right there, I don't like the indicators necessarily on the players, the tiny little, like when they came over that corner there or over the hill, there's tiny little blue dots. I'm not quite thrilled about that. I'm also not completely sold on the map. I'm still trying to figure it out, but at least you can take a look here and see what I was seeing. It seems like there's like so many different ways, and a lot of choke points. I don't understand the map design yet, which is to be expected, but I think that's the beauty of games like Call of Duty. You can jump in, and even a bad map, it has a decent flow, and usually it's pretty good spawns, and I'm not sold on the spawns yet here. Looks like you get a bonus for helping people. There's one part where I drop a grenade when I die, and I swear it's like a minute later I get a grenade kill. There are ways to call in, like missile strikes and so forth, and you'll see that at some point. I died quite a few times in a row. I think it seems like I did, just because, and I didn't have any chance. When my first game I jumped into, I went ahead and ignored that guy who was right by me. So this is the start of me getting into their camp. So I got the one guy, pull out my pistol, got that kill, and then fast forward, I just went around back, the same life, and I can see that they're coming. See, they're running, like they're not even engaged, they're not even looking for me, and I just triple killed them right there, without even. Well, I took a little bit of damage. You can see it replenish. So the health replenishes fairly fast on its own. And they kept coming. And they just were not looking for me at all. Looks like I got some new support strikes there, but I never did use them because I guess I was concentrating on the gunplay here. And see, this is, and the blue guy came behind too, so I don't know. I gotta tell you, these maps are a little goofy, but at least this particular one. So yeah, this is, I think we're circling their spawn. Right here is getting into the back of their spawning. I can see a guy up there that I think I head up here. Yeah, see. He came back and I tried to just go at him. I didn't know if he was turned around there, so I'm pretty sure that's where if you select fall back for them, that's where they're gonna spawn. If you can get back there, you can probably get some cheap kills, or get in that tube, because I don't think they can see very well as they come up. But back to just general impressions. As I played the game, I actually, was finding some fun in it as I started figuring things out. It's definitely rough. It's one of those things where do I see a reason to drop like a Battlefield 3 or Halo or Call of Duty for this? I don't know. It might be a nice change of pace, and I'm definitely going to give it a shot. And it integrates with a battle log, so if you're a stat freak like me, that's pretty cool. It actually works real well. It was already gathering stuff from this beta on battle log. And right away it did say that, hey, there's no email associated with this account, and I just hit whatever, cancel, and it's still connected up, because there was. So I'm back to the spot trying to get some easy kills, and there's some shots through some bushes there, got me a kill. Yeah, you know, I was kind of surprised. I don't think it looks as good as Battlefield 3. Maybe not even as good as Bad Company 2. I mean, Bad Company 2 is actually a fairly good-looking game, even on consoles. So, obviously, all this is out the window when we're talking about PC, right? The PC's going to look the best, or we certainly should. And all the footage we'd seen from Danger Close and EA up until this point probably was PC, so this is a good example of a choke point. Thin rows like this, and I'm really struggling with. And as you can see, I gotta be honest, I didn't play the objective here at all. I wasn't worried about it. I was just kind of figure things out, the basics, and I think this is the start of wondering what on earth happened. So that was a guy that circled around back and got me from that. Right back there is where I would have considered in most games a safe place to have my back to. Not so much in Warfighter. So there's some missile strikes coming in there, and once again, I think I have some. I didn't. Now that I'm watching back, but I don't know where it is. It's not obvious that what I need to do. It's probably something with the D-pad. I never got around to pushing it in this round. I can't really put my finger on it, but it definitely reminds me of a couple other games. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Almost Homefront-like, and Homefront was decent to a point, but it was pretty rough in most areas. I'm getting a Homefront vibe from this, and I think that comes from the spawns. I think that comes from just the visual, at least so far. I expected quite a bit more, even on consoles, because Battlefield 3, and it looks fairly. I mean, it looks pretty amazing on console considering how big the maps are and what they're doing with it. So I've seen a little bit of destruction. Some of the walls were destructed. This guy right here. Same old thing. If you strafe back and forth, you can usually get some kills. And I don't understand this part too. Watch this guy. On a lot of my deaths, it shows them continuing to shoot well after I'm dead, and I don't think they're really doing that. I don't know what's going on, but I saw that a number of times. Just something to keep an eye out, because I don't know if it's really part of the game or not. This is a pretty hectic spot right here. Another choke point in this map. I think a guy's laying down there. I'm pretty sure he was. Come on back here. Get a good hit there, and I'm gonna go back down here because I know there's a lot coming down that pipe. I believe I go back. Oh, right there. If you listen to the audio, what came over the radio is get to cover. So I did, and I think they gave me points for that, being a team player or something. I don't know. So, smoke screen. Something's laid down there as a smoke screen. And it is a smoke screen. You'll see here. It's pretty heavy. I think I end up getting a kill right here through it. Oh, you see the head's moving left and right there, left and right. I got one. I'm going to with my pistol. There we go. But the fire, eventually just got me. And that was maybe a guided missile. Yep, there's a guided missile right there. It's the same thing with Medal of Honor 1 or, Modern Warfare, where it's like, well, you had no chance. If you were in the path of the missile, you were dead. So I don't know what to say about this. Let's wrap it up here. We got another, minute and a half, or 2 minutes. I was super excited about it. I've actually convinced a lot of my friends to pre-order this game off videos and stuff. And honestly, I think that I think I might end up being the only one that actually picks it up based on this beta. This is a good example. I was pulling my grenade there, and you watch. I get a grenade kill here in a while. He's got an axe coming out here, but I'm definitely torn. I'm gonna keep playing it. It's a beta. I'll play it over the weekend and see if it gets any better. But first impressions, it doesn't do a good job. It does an actually pretty bad first impression. The only thing that saves it is semi-playable. It actually plays pretty well, but I'm just, why would I play this over a Battlefield? I don't know. Why would I play this over Halo? Why would I play this over a number of games, especially on the console? I mean, like, again, this could, you know, visually could really look great on the PC and really be the extra oomph it needs. I don't know. But yeah, it's here it is the Medal of Honor beta. It's free, like, again, for Xbox Live Gold members, and we're doing this video so the PS3 and PC people out there can get a good look at what's all involved, at least, you know, a few games in, and you can judge for yourself. And it's not the worst game in the world by any means, but that kind of stuff right there happens. 3 feet from where I moved, I get killed. So I'm just going to go ahead and let the we got 1 minute left, and let the sounds of the game, so you can hear exactly how the game sounds, play out. So hope this helped your decision. It's 1.6 gigs, by the way, to download on Xbox Live. So thanks for checking out the video. We appreciate it, and hope to see you soon, and probably have some more Medal of Honor videos up this weekend.